Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Game Daily for Thursday. Hi!
Oh, we're back! We made it!
Today on the show, we're talking about the top gaming controversies of last year.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's no news this year.
That's true. So let's start with the first one. EA doesn't understand servers and how the internet works.
They're very hard. You gotta plug wires into boxes.
So when you make a game that's online only, such as SimCity or Battlefield 4, that doesn't have to be, SimCity does not have to be online, it would be a good idea to make sure your fucking servers work.
Yes.
It's the same with Battlefield 4. That's a pattern with EA. It's not a good pattern and doesn't bode well for Titanfall coming out this year, and it could be the biggest game of the year. So hopefully those servers will work, yeah?
Fingers crossed, especially with all the dependence that they're saying Titanfall will actually have on servers.
Oh, that's right, yes.
Apparently RAM is rammed on the server side. This is bad.
We'll see.
Next up, Total Biscuit versus Gary's Incident.
Okay, I don't remember that one.
In October, Total Biscuit did a WTF is on day one, Gary's Incident, a new game from the creators of Gmod.
Sure.
After Total Biscuit had said some less than stellar things like how the game was awful, the creators of Day One, Wild Games, flagged the video for copyright violation, resulting in a strike on Total Biscuit's channel.
What? It was a review!
Yeah, they didn't like the fact that he was monetizing reviews. They felt that was bad.
Ah, okay.
This ensued in a mass retaliation from the community, an apology from Wild Games to Total Biscuit, and the realization that YouTube has some really whack-ass copyright rules in place.
And speaking of those copyright rules, we had the YouTube and the Content ID thing earlier. That was like at the very end of last year.
Feels like it was last week, because it probably was.
It basically was. YouTube changed their copyright policies and became stricter on using copywritten material in their videos. And in turn, this caused a ton of Let's Players on YouTube to have their videos copywritten claimed, which means those YouTubers could not make money on those videos. So.
How many of those videos were claimed by you, Lawrence?
A good portion of them. I actually own a music corporation in my off time.
What's it called?
I can't tell you. I'd be honest, like, I got people on my back. They don't even know what I'm doing. I don't know what they're doing, but they both know that we'll kill each other if I say anything.
It's called Pacific Rim Job.
So all those YouTubers immediately took to the internet and started looking for answers. Game publishers came out and said it wasn't them actually making those copyright claims, so gameplays on YouTube should still be just fine. Ultimately, we found out copywritten music was the main problem, as well as the copyright law in general is just extremely outdated.
Right.
So now everyone just has to be more careful about what content they use in their videos on YouTube. That's just what we've discovered.
Moving on, we got GTA 5, and they probably did something.
They did, right? There was something happened.
A woman got it in the butt.
Yep, I remember that.
GT Online didn't work for a day or two.
That's true.
It sold $1 billion,
Right.
so really the controversy here is there is none.
None at all.
It's actually surprising that Grand Theft Auto didn't make as big of waves as it normally does in the past.
Right.
So it brings up the question, has the world finally accepted GTA for the satirific piece of entertainment that it is? Probably not.
Well, sort of. It sold $1 billion.
Yeah, Rockstar doesn't care.
True.
They got so much money, it's cool.
That's true. Lawrence, why don't you take this next controversy?
So like 15 people bought a Wii U this holiday.
15? That's a lot of people.
Yeah, Nintendo can't really handle it, so the Nintendo network went down.
What?
For 2 entire days.
Oh.
Which means that instead of going on Miiverse and finding people trying to click pictures of dicks on there, you could just play your games instead.
But also the Pokemon Bank fucked up too, right?
Yeah, that's...
What's that, Lawrence?
Have you ever thought, God, it sure does suck that I have all these Pokemon and can't...
I don't care!
And moving on to the most controversial thing that happened last year is the Xbox One.
Oh, yes.
First up, it started with the reveal. Microsoft shocked the world by announcing a game console that doesn't play games. So on May 21st, Microsoft announced the Xbox One, revealing to the world mostly just TV, football, and more TV.
I like football and TV.
Sure, you sure do,
Fuck it.
but most of the people watching the reveal didn't.
They wanted games.
Turns out. The most controversial part of the whole reveal was the slow, vague description of the system's DRM.
Sure.
As originally designed, any game you played on the system would be bound to your Xbox account. This would eliminate used games entirely.
Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah, due to the overwhelming negative reaction from the fan base, Microsoft then rolled back the decision to make the console behave more like past-gen machines.
All right, so credit to Microsoft for doing that. That's kind of cool.
This gave Sony, though, the chance to swoop right in and gain a whole lot of goodwill by driving home how accommodating the PS4 would be used for used games.
Right, just like normal, all the other consoles.
Gives you back rubs.
Yep, that's true.
Goes to your birthday parties.
You can fuck it.
And it dresses. Since then, Microsoft has done a lot of backpedaling and doing a lot of work to try to get everyone back on their side, though it appears the damage has been done and they have a lot of work still on their plate.
They really do. I don't think that they have gotten everybody back yet, right?
Not when your console costs $100 more than the guy who's making videos making fun of you.
So the first controversy of 2014 is, did you guys see the COD Ghost action figures?
Sure
Those
did.
are awesome. Somebody painted a G.I. Joe to look like What's the name of the guy in COD Ghost, Lawrence?
John Ghost.
John Ghost. And they also painted a dog. This looks like Riley, and they're selling it for $90.
Really? Is it
Yes, that's real. That's a real thing.
supporting some kind of foundation for like autistic children? or
No,
something?
he painted a G.I. Joe and sold it for $90.
Don't use that.
We got our first outtake.
Oh
next
man!
year.
All right, we're done. That was,
All right.
that was good. That's my favorite.
Everyone, welcome back to the second day for Monday. Hey!
Monday! Was it Monday? Holy shit!
You threw me off. Shit. And your first news story for today: the Steam Machine has finally been priced.
Oh, thank goodness.
Kind of, because there's variations of it, and they're being made by multiple manufacturers.
So there's actually 12 of them right now, and Gadget has revealed 12 gaming PC companies that have partnered with Valve to make Steam Machine.
Let's go through those lists of people who are making Steam Machines today.
Go for it.
iBuyPower will be doing a $500 model. There will be two versions. Codename, get this, Gordon and Freeman. I don't get what those are referenced to.
No, I don't understand either. This PC will be around the size of a PlayStation 4, including multi-core AMD CPU, 500 gig hard drive, and an AMD Radeon R9 270 video card. That's about $200 just in the video hardware, so that's pretty good.
Not bad. CyberPower PC has two models. They're doing a $500 and a $700 variant,
Cool.
which is very much affordable if you're trying to get into the PC space.
Yeah. The $500 version has the AMD Radeon R9 270 card, just like the previous one. And this $700 is a little more beefy. It's got an NVIDIA GTX 760 with an Intel i3. Lawrence, is that correct? An i3?
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. CPUs are weird now. They're not the thing that bottleneck computers anymore. So
That's true.
they're going for the smaller, like more power efficient, less hot chips because they're in a very small case and they got to get the heat out somehow.
But can it run Minecraft?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
And then Digital Storm is also releasing the Bolt 2. This one's $1,900.
Yeah, this one has liquid cooling.
Yep.
Holy mother of God.
So cool.
Removable retention brackets
Oh, yeah.
will make the computer more modular than the mini PCs, than most mini PCs usually are.
That's cool. And it's also got dual booting, so you can get SteamOS and Windows on this thing.
Since this information did come out early and Gadget broke the story before the press conference, that will be later tonight, there aren't really any tech specs right now,
Yep.
but we're going to be getting them pretty soon.
Yeah, so I mean, that one, hopefully the $1,900 won't have a Titan or a 780 Ti or something.
Look at that thing, it's sexy.
Something really
that
badass.
case just screams, I'm evil.
So we're guessing all these Steam machines are going to do pretty good if Valve is partnered with all these machines and said, build a good machine.
Like that stamp of Valve on it, good money.
There's other partners that include Alienware, Falcon Northwest, Origin PC, Gigabyte, Material.net, WebHallen, Alternate Next, Zotac, Scan Computers. Valve is also hosting some sort of presentation at CES tonight. Perhaps they will demonstrate the Steam machine for us.
Which, if you want to do it today, just hit that big picture button. That's basically what it is.
That's all it is.
So there you go, kids. That's about it. You
Yeah.
can pretty much buy a game console or
Yep.
a gaming PC for the same price.
What?
Let the flame wars begin.
What? So, Flame.
Hey,
Lame.
fanboy, Xbox fanboy, you suck, Bruce. You're an Xbox boy, X-boy.
The commenters are way better at this.
I
Why
played the
don't you
3D
take off
assault.
your Xbox gay? Why don't you take off your shirt? Yeah. Why don't you find some other man to hug?
Oh, the bird,
Oh,
bud.
the same machine.
That's how Gabe Noel comes out.
Yeah, I know.
He goes.
Like Boss Nass. Gabe Newell is Boss Nass.
Microsoft boat sinking. Steam machine all aboard. Like,
Lisa thinking Valve make more Steam machines.
hey, everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Tuesday.
Let's do it.
Today on the show, we're counting down the worst games of 2013 according to Metacritic.
All right, so that was last year. We're gonna find out. Number 5 is Citadel.
This got a 20 on Metacritic. Please describe Citadels for us, Bruce.
Here you go. It's an RTS that barely works. You can't select units. Pathing is all screwed up. It looks like garbage. There you go.
I want to play you.
We're going to.
Next up, number 4, we got Realms of Arcania. Is that correct, Lawrence?
No, it's Arcania.
No, whatever. They got an 18 on Metacritic.
Ooh.
Apparently, this is a remake from a 1992 game.
Okay.
It is advised that you play the original instead.
All right, that's all we need. Number 3, Motorbike. Ooh, this sounds cool, right? That's got a 17 on Metacritic.
I like that it's just a noun.
Motorbike is a ripoff of Trials. The controls are lame. The music sucks. There's a lot of glitching involved, as we saw.
According to GameSpot, the sound effects of the motorbike actually are compared to that of a wet fart. Number 2 on the list, it's Double Dragon 2, Wander of the Dragons.
But I love Double Dragon. Why is this bad?
Let me tell you why. This is a remake of the original arcade game. The controls are terrible, and it is painfully boring.
Painfully boring.
How they made a Double Dragon game painfully boring, I have no idea. But you can go play a Bobo's Adventure for free.
And there's number 1, Ride to Hell, Retribution.
Yeah!
Nice job, Ride to Hell.
I got a 13 on Metacritic.
Jeez.
This game is 100% completely broken. You die without knowing why. You get transported from one place to another with no story tying it all together.
Lawrence, have you played Ride to Hell Retribution?
No, but I really want to. It's on my gameplay queue.
Well, actually, we're going to play all these games tomorrow for a live stream.
Tune in tomorrow on our Twitch channel. We'll be playing all these horrible. I can't wait to play Motorbike. I'm most excited about that one.
Really? Motorbike?
It looks like shit. It does this weird thing if you do co-op, where the screen tries to follow both players, but it glitches out and then it'll just follow the ground. It looks great.
I love bad
It's
games.
totally our style. So that's the list according to Metacritic, but what would this show be without our own personal opinion?
You mean we're going to count down the top 5 games according to Inside Gaming?
These are all the games that we did not enjoy last year. Let's get right to it.
Yep, number 5, DayZ Alpha.
Oh, you.
It's totally broken, but they're charging people for an alpha. I mean, you have to buy this stupid. You have to buy the game.
People like it. We don't know why,
Sure,
but good
whatever.
for them.
Why
Hey,
not?
next up we got Unearthed Trail. Sorry,
No, that's fine. That was correct. That's correct pronunciation.
Trail of Imbin Batuta.
Oh, that's all correct. You nailed it.
This is a game
Yep.
that you would think is not Uncharted, and it is not.
Number 3, Star Trek. Remember this game, Lawrence?
Yeah.
Remember how bad it was?
Yeah.
Lawrence, why was it bad?
I loved it. We merged as one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Number 2 on the list, Aliens Colonial Marines.
We actually played a lot of this game.
We played the online,
Yeah,
and I
we
loved
did.
it. I played as an alien.
Yeah.
I climbed the side of a stair.
That's right. And you went like this.
I do remember playing going, was this supposed to be good? You had that weird feeling of like, it was like when you were a kid and you saw Batman and Robin,
Oh,
you
yeah.
walked out going, huh,
Like I should have liked this.
this should have been good,
Yeah, but you didn't.
but it was bad.
And then number 1, Arma 3.
Yeah, but we only say that because it is so much fun to play.
Is it?
I get a lot of enjoyment out of it.
Sure.
Watching you suffer.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's great. They have a button to show how you walk. What happens if you
Doing
just V? I love that button.
Did you do this?
It's tactical.
I like that the upper body just stays static.
Do we?
More bits than you know.
Shut up, Arma fans!
We also have some honorable mentions. If you ever visit the IG channel, you can see some of the games that we enjoyed playing in
Yes.
2013 because of how horrible they were.
They're terrible.
Freedom Force.
Oh, fuck, he just killed that.
You just murdered a human.
Sims 3.
There is no oven.
There's an oven to the right, behind that fridge.
Sins, Episodes Emergence, Episode 1.
Runaway 2, Dream of the Turtle.
The thing is, it makes the game seem dumber once you learn what to do.
Yeah.
And finally, A-Train Simulator.
Oh,
Only track.
thousands of trains.
He's a supervillain called the Conductor.
The Conductor.
Oh, man.
I love all these.
Bro!
Him.
Sick, we're in the good part of the gaming year now. This is when no games come out. You decrease your chances of having bad games by having no games. Here's a game that's already out, but if you want to play it on your TV, you can try to be a human being. Look how stupid you look trying to do what people do. In this game, Jack White finally does the opposite of destroying everything in builds. He's getting into all the contraptions he can make. He sucks. Here's the other game. Oh, sick! A game that's out already, but it's on the thing, but no one wants to play it. So they put it on the Windows, see if any kids want to take her out for a spin. They know teenagers love cutting so much and DeviantArt, so they made a game where you can use your tablet to... Oh shit, that actually sounds awesome. I'm gonna fucking try that right now. Is this game out yet? When's it come out? What, Thursday? You're shit. You're shit.
Moving on to trailers today, we got Alien Isolation. This is an all-new game from Creative Assembly. Think Amnesia,
It's so cool.
something like that, but in the Alien universe.
Lawrence, you got to preview this game, right?
Yeah, I did. It's up on the blog. It's really, really amazing. The 30 minutes that I played of it, it was all perfect. Like exactly what you want from an Alien game.
Wow.
3 boops.
And then finally, it is the birthday of one of our colleagues today.
Phil.
It's Phil. Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Phil.
Oh, no, it's Joel. It's Joel. It's Joel, right?
Happy birthday, Joel!
I'm a man.
No, that's wrong. That's Zane.
Yay!
James? I thought it was James.
No. Yes, it is.
Yay! That's wrong. That's not. It's Ty.
Hey! When's your birthday, Lawrence?
I think it's in a month or so.
Okay.
It's definitely not Lawrence's birthday.
That was perfect. All right.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Inside Game Dealer for Wednesday.
Hello!
Hello.
The first half of the new year!
You got my eye! Yes!
Your first news story for today, the PS4 is killing it, y'all.
Oh, wow.
In sales, that
That's
is.
true. It's slaughtering the Xbox One right now.
The PS4 has sold 1.2 million more units than the Xbox One.
So according to respective announcements from Sony and Microsoft, PS4 is currently sitting at 4.2 million, while the Xbox One has sold about 3 million.
Yes, the two consoles haven't even released in the same number of territories either.
Wow, jeez.
Letting you know that it's going to get pretty cray-cray
Yeah, seriously.
later this year.
So the PS4 has yet to launch in Asia Pacific regions, including Japan and India. The Xbox One is yet to launch in Japan as well, but that's all. Xbox One has actually launched in more territories.
And let's be honest, Japan isn't going to buy a lot of Xboxes.
That's true.
And I'm not even sure they're that interested in the PS4.
Are they?
I don't know.
Are they interested in a Sony product?
How effed up is that? It's like, our country made this and we don't have it yet. What the fuck?
That is kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah, they're all just waving at them as they ship off to
Oh.
fat white people.
Oh. PS4 has also sold 9.7 million games since their launch in
Holy
November.
shit.
Yeah, that's pretty
Wow.
cool.
Another news, CES is going on right now,
What?
which is
Who
interesting
cares?
to almost nobody in this room.
That's true. I don't care.
But yesterday, Sony unveiled PlayStation Now,
Okay,
which abbreviated becomes PSN.
that's stupid.
During the press conference yesterday at CES, Sony announced that this service will be able to stream PS1, PS2, PS3 games,
Whoa.
all to your Vita, PS4, tablets, phones, and even a Sony Bravia TV.
That's right. They're demoing. I think it's Last of Us to a bunch of TVs on the conference floor in Vegas.
The handheld stuff gets me hard.
PSN is set to come out this summer with a beta at the end of January.
Incorrect. The PSN has already been out for years.
No, I'm talking about PlayStation Now. We're not sure how much the service will cost, but let's hope it's included with PlayStation Plus, right, Lawrence?
No, probably not. My guess is that it's going to be a separate subscription service just because the cost of this service is going to be pretty large.
Screw you.
Streaming video games to tablets can't be hard. Yes, James.
Will this service allow me to buy all my favorite PlayStation games again?
Yes.
Awesome.
Keep buying them.
What happens if he owns those PlayStation games though? Does he have to buy them again?
Well, the way I envision it is you pay your subscription and then you have access to all the games on the service.
You wish.
No way.
No, you're out of your mind.
Why wouldn't they do that?
They'll have lesser tier games like PS1 games. Sure, those are all for free or whatever. Well, you're paying monthly
Free?
for them.
No
You're
way.
paying monthly for them.
Yeah.
For the low price of $150 a month, you could play all the Sony games ever.
But if you want Last of Us, you're gonna have to pay like an additional $15, something like that.
Ah.
That's how it is. Sony likes money, turns out.
So I have two accounts, both linked to one email address. One is for my Google Plus, and the other is just an alien.
You're like a hacker.
I attached that thing that John Connor used to get the money out of the That's a
My
good.
mom taught me to do this when I was 4.
I know.
I've been using that zero gravity harness from Lawnmower Man. Pretty good hacking device too.
Can we have one week where we don't talk about Lawnmower
Yeah, I
Man?
know, seriously.
No, why would you want to have one of those weeks?
Everyone, welcome back to the Inside Game Dealer for Thursday.
All right.
Today on the show, we're talking about Star Citizen and
What we want!
One!
also, more importantly, what the hell is Star Citizen?
Nobody really knows, so let's find out, shall we? Star Citizen has actually raised more money through crowdfunding than any other game in history. $36 million.
That's not a lot. Lone Survivor will make more than that in the box office.
That's a
this
movie,
weekend.
it's not a video game.
I didn't know that. How the hell did this happen,
No,
though?
I'm not sure.
Well, the game is being developed by Chris Roberts. He's the famed creator of the classic Wing Commander series, who disappeared from sight after directing the disastrous and disappointing film of Wing Commander.
Oh, yes. That's
I believe Matthew Lillard was in it, who is not in Lone Survivor.
Nobody cares. As such, the game promises the return of old school PC gaming, which means that games on PC always looked better than on console. So everyone is kind of hoping that Star Citizen will look better than PlayStation 4 and Xbox One ever could.
Okay.
Yes, that's the hope.
The biggest question I have
Yeah.
as a human being on this planet,
Yep.
why should I care? As a male person on this planet, I like to shoot things in the face, and I play a lot of console games.
Right.
Why? This sounds like a game for old people.
Lawrence isn't old and he wants to play it.
Oh, I'm old now.
All right, so now that we know that Star Citizen is not really a full game, but it's being made by a guy that knows how to make PC games, it's got $36 million. What do we want exactly from this game set in space.
Yes, we've actually done a few interviews with Chris Roberts, and there's been a lot of promises.
That's true.
It's a lot of hoity-toity, this could be the best thing in the world.
Blah, blah.
I've heard that before from people like Peter Molyneux. How did that end up? Not so well.
Not well.
If this game can actually fulfill all the promises it has out there, I'm really just hoping for me something like a Far Cry 3 in space.
Sure, sure.
I just want to get lost, I want to avoid the main missions, and not even realize
Right,
it.
yeah.
I just want to get lost in this universe, and if that can happen, this could be one of the best things ever.
I want something very similar. I want a Star Wars space battle / simulator. It's kind of what Jump to Lightspeed and the Old Republic should have been in space. You buy your ship, you fly around the universe, trading goods, killing bad guys, starting wars, and using your friends as a crew on your ship. Kind of like EVE Online, but without all that boring spreadsheet bullshit.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be much better. Now, Lawrence, you can tell us what you want from
I just
Star
fucking want Wing Commander, man. Just Wing Commander.
What was cool about Wing Commander? Nothing was cool about I played the game.
Everything was cool about Wing Commander.
Lawrence, isn't there a fear of nostalgia actually clouding your judgment? Maybe you're looking at all this through rose-tinted glasses, and it's not going to be as good as you remember.
I like Wing Commander.
So, if we have convinced you to play Star Citizen, if you want your own fake ship, here's how you do it. Pay at least $30 on their website, which will get you a ship and the game.
Or you can actually pay thousands of dollars.
What?
And you get a ton of even more fake ships.
What? They're all fake.
There's the completionist package, which is $15,000.
And that means you get all the ships.
There's none of those remaining. Actually, someone paid for those. There's a $10,000 package, there's a $5,000 package, and none of this includes any physical touching, which is weird.
Yeah, it's really, I was hoping you could fuck it, but you can't. Unlike a Kickstarter where you're looking for a good deal early or just to support a seemingly good cause, it's mostly about wanting a cool game where you got cool ships and they're all better than your friends and blah, blah, blah.
So far with the game, we've seen almost next to nothing. It's been mostly promises. You can walk around a space hangar, and I believe the next update includes what, Lawrence? You can walk around a planet?
Yeah, you can go to a bar and stand next to other people who can go to the bar.
Okay, it's like, just help me here. Is it like Mass Effect?
No.
Every few months they release modules that, if it reaches another goal, like $38 million, and they release the water world of Kano and things like that. So it's like, it's a really interesting way to fund a game, but we just don't know if this game's gonna be worth the $40 million you pay into it.
We'll find out. The only way to find out, kids, is to keep giving them money.
Is that the only way to find out?
I have no idea. But people keep buying DayZ, and therefore people like games that are still in development.
That is a nice
And this
little
is
point.
just a new era where people will buy half-completed things because the idea or the promise is bigger than the actual game itself.
So we're actually going to find out whether or not Star Citizen can deliver. Hopefully, I think, is it next year? Is it 2015?
I believe it's about 15 years from now.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. On your trailers, you got the NASCAR 2014 official Tony Stewart trailer.
Yeah, I believe GameStop, Polygon, and
Yeah.
IGN got the Tony Stewart trailer. Only here you can get the official.
Tony Stewart trailer.
I believe he owns a line of restaurants that include ribs.
It's a white guy. It's a white guy that drives a car. That's it.
4, 6.
Like the room 14 and the 12. That's number 1. 3. So you can wait first.
8 minus 4.
That's number 1. 109 times 17. That's number 1. Julie.
47.
Julie, so Julie, you're ahead on 77. Simon, you trail on 83. Everything hinges on this fight.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Game News for Friday!
Yes.
Disappointing, Lawrence. Moving on, your first news story today, we're talking about Halo 5.
And the Mustard Chief.
I love Mustard Chief. He goes to space and shoots the aliens in the faces.
All right, so today 343 released their second piece of Halo 5 related info, this time in the form of concept art.
Cool.
Fans have already begun incorrectly dissecting the art, according to Adam Kovic, thinking this might be a Halo Wars sequel or something stupid. No, it's time to shut up, kids.
Yes, the image here, we can see the UNSC Infinity floating above what appears to be not a military base. Rather, it appears to be a small colony.
I agree.
What's interesting about this for you guys, though, there's a structure over here to the right. It appears to be a repurposed Covenant cruiser. Though it could just be some fancy art, though, this does imply that there could be some sort of human Covenant colony expanding on the truce from Halo 3.
Oh, so sort of like District 9-ish, kind of?
That would be pretty cool. I want to
Cool.
see some elites in little robes. That would be fun. This excites pretty much only me, since I still believe in this weird theory that the UNSC is going to betray the Master Chief at some point in Halo 5, and you will team up with the Arbiter to kill off all the stupid humans who have not evolved to their potential of the Spartan suits.
What in the world are you talking about?
Yes, I am a Halo nerd, and I will continue not getting vagina thrown at me wherever I go.
You're married.
I mean, that's true, you are married.
I'm still not getting vagina thrown at me.
Getting those guts.
So thank you for that breakdown, Adam. We really appreciate that.
I
don't
do
know
what
what you're
I can.
talking about at all, but it sounds really cool, and I'm looking forward to Halo 5. In our next few stories, it looks like I Love Bees might be making a comeback. We might be seeing the start of I Love Bees 2.0. If you have no idea what that means, ilovebees.com was an alternate reality game way back in 2004 for Halo 2.
Most of you were just coming out of your mother's vagina.
In the world's biggest throwback, Major Nelson tweeted the following this morning. I am fascinated by bees. Their organization, resourcefulness, adaptability, navigation skills, and contribution to nature is captivating. Ha 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 ha.
This was shortly after admitting that he had Asperger's and then he loves maps.
You can find even more. You can find even more hints if you dig through the replies. The first reply just 2 minutes later is from the Xbox social marketing manager, Graham Boyd, saying there's been a real buzz about them lately.
I like how subtle they are.
Oh, geez. So obviously Microsoft is talking about Halo 5. We don't really know what I Love Bees is showing right now. There's a countdown for like, what is that, 196,000 days or something, Lawrence?
It's 506 years.
How many years?
536.
Lawrence, your connection is terrible.
It's
right
like you're coming at us from the future.
Well, to be fair, Halo 5 takes place in the year 2552, so maybe it'll kick off then.
And also, there was another story. 343 Industries has a management shakeup. So lots of people have been shuffling positions at 343 recently. Probably the most important is Tim Longo, who will be the new creative director. He worked on Tomb Raider, Star Wars Republic Commando, and Star Wars First Assault. He came from LucasArts.
Yes, the guy who drew all the Halo 5 concept art before,
Yeah,
Nicholas Sparth-Beaver,
Yeah.
I don't guess that anyway, has now been promoted to art director.
Yeah.
So what does all this mean for Halo 5?
Right, so we already know Halo 5 will come out this year, according to Microsoft. You saw that in a tweet a few days ago. So
And don't forget that Microsoft will be supporting Halo as a property way past just a game. They're actually doing a live-action series that will be premiering on Xbox One, which we have seen nothing of.
nothing up, yeah.
All this activity, the teasing, the job rotation wouldn't happen if Microsoft wasn't shifting their focus away from the series, though.
That's true, that's
So
true.
things should be looking good.
Additionally, it sounds like 343 Industries isn't complacent with Halo at all. Kiki Wolfgill is now working on exciting new stories, experiences, and technologies that will transform the way that you experience Halo.
Tablets!
I bet it's going to be smart glass.
And Lawrence, like you made a good point, the concept art could have just shown Master Chief shooting the hell out of some Covenant, but instead we got this really, sweet colony / environment that could be something cool from Halo 5, hopefully.
Absolutely. It looks like they're trying to build the world of Halo more than just being you're Master Chief and shoot aliens, which is what it was for a while.
Right.
See, the humans don't like Master Chief because he was supposed to die. He was better off as a martyr. So that's why they're going to try to kill him. And you see in that trailer where his visor's cracked and his suit's all fucked up. That's why he's wearing robes. And he's going out to the Prometheans and he's looking for them. They're probably protecting where the Arbiter is at that point, and then he's going to work with him, and then they're going to basically...
On to your
kill him.
trailers, there's only one. Rambo, the video game machine of war.
When you think of next generation, you think of games like Destiny,
Yeah.
Rambo,
Yeah.
and Rambo.
I think of Rambo a lot.
Pretty much just Rambo.
Constantly thinking of Rambo. He blows that dude up. You see him, he turns into meat chunks.
That was a person?
And then he stabs like 3 dudes in the neck in his trailer.
They all look like misplaced dolls.
The Arbiter's still around? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Lawrence, if you remember, at the end of Halo 3, the frigate that they're in went through the wormhole, and it gets cut off right in the middle. Chief was in the back half with Cortana, that's why he's floating around at the end of Halo 4.
I remember that
And then in
part.
the front,
Yeah.
the Arbiter gets
That was
out,
good.
and then they have the funeral for John, Master Chief, at the end. And his name's John 117. That's
John
what it
Master
is.
Chief?
It's John Ghost.
John Spartan.
It is John Spartan. Everyone, welcome back to Inside Game from Monday.
Oh my gosh, it's another week! Let's start the week! Let's start it strong.
And today for your first news story, SimCity is going offline.
Hey, they fixed it!
I think so.
Kind of. After nearly a year of being online only, SimCity is finally adding offline play support. That's great.
Yeah, this news comes via a blog post on the official SimCity blog, which you may have visited once in your life
Never.
on accident,
Never.
looking for pornography. This is from Max's Emeryville general manager, Patrick Buchner.
Buckner?
Me read words good.
Whatever, I don't know.
He says in the blog post, what's new is the single player mode, which allows you to play the game offline by yourself, like a normal video game. And because your save games in this mode are stored locally, you can save and load to your heart's content. It's like it was made in the 90s.
That's like an actual video game, I think, right?
I've heard rumors that
They made it!
Yeah!
They made a video game!
we're
did it!
so proud of you.
Full details of offline functionality are still coming in the near future, though, so we're not sure exactly how offline play will work. Let's just hope we can install the game and play it.
I would like to.
That'd be really nice.
Aside from being able to play when the internet's down or EA servers are slag, playing offline also opens up the wonderful world of mods for SimCity modding.
That's cool. So now you too can have an entire city of dick-shaped buildings.
We did it!
That's nice.
Or can you make these giant dicks? Actually, I've heard some weird things, such as modding will be in the game, but we don't know exactly how functional or deep the mod capabilities would be. I'm hearing rumors of only being able to texture things, so your dicks could be there.
Right, but they're only textures.
But they won't like wobble in the wind, which is unfortunate.
They're not 3D dicks. Maxis did post their modding policy with a few loose guidelines regarding mod content. Mods can't jeopardize the integrity of the gameplay or harm the experience of others. Do dicks harm the experience of others?
Dicks are pro in this situation.
Okay.
Naturally, mods can't steal copywritten content, so if you're going to make a dick building, make sure it isn't a copywritten dick.
All right, so it also will not be like the Steam Workshop either. They aren't opening the in-game store for user content, as they say. We'd like mods to remain free of charge.
The first comment on this post summarizes the mod community rather eloquently.
Okay.
In all caps. Maxis, your buildings are bland and you should feel bad.
Nice job! Nice job! That was really good. That was really good.
And for some final thoughts on SimCity, we go to Lawrence. Lawrence?
We're only 2 weeks in.
What changed, Joe?
What changed is that he's Joel.
Oh.
Wait,
Did you really?
No.
Really?
No, he's not falling in love with anybody.
He found love and woke up the next morning and went, ew.
And then crashed through the window of the house. Jeez. Wow, it must be awesome to be Joel.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming for Tuesday. And today on the show, we're talking about GTA 5 coming to PC with some leaked footage.
No!
I hope not.
This is not real footage, it can't be. So Reddit user Vodka Hog picked up on a strange GTA 5 video that was posted on YouTube yesterday.
YouTube user Warrock Team 1,
He's famous.
world famous.
Totally famous, I've seen it.
Anyway, he posted a video of what appears to be someone playing GTA 5 on a PC.
What?
Because a menu appears where they change the texture quality and the detail distance, and you can see lots of other PC options like resolution, anti-aliasing, and view distance.
I knew it!
That's typically what's in a PC release of a game.
It's also shot with what looks like the worst cell phone in the world, so that's kind of fun.
Some type of potato.
Yeah, there's probably something like that. Take-Two Games then made a claim on that YouTube video and had them take it down.
Interesting. So this means it's real, right?
Yeah, it's real, right, guys?
No.
It's not real.
Phil says no, so we're going with that one.
No, it's not.
Your first problem here is that the YouTuber in question already has at least one really trolly GTA 4 PC video on his channel with a giant plane, and he disabled the likes because obviously no one really liked it.
Yeah.
So he's gone after people before.
What?
You have trolly GTA 4 videos on your channel.
But we actually
talking
troll
about?
people.
No. Joel, let me explain this to you.
Yeah, do we need to explain
For
the
fuck's
internet
sake.
to you?
He put up a video being like, planes on GTA 4 on console?
That's a mod.
And it's a mod of a PC game, and it looks like shit.
Do you get it, Joel? You get it now? You ever been on the internet before?
What?
Problem number 2, this guy has plenty of other gameplay on his channel, so capturing isn't a problem. So why the hell would he use the shittiest handycam in the world for this one isolated instance?
And problem 3, the mouse moves in a really weird way, slow and deliberate, almost as if it was done with After Effects. And when he changes the setting, nothing looks like it changed in the actual gameplay.
That's true. Problem number 4, nothing about this adds up. Why would some random YouTuber get access to GTA 5 on PC if he had it? And why would he only film 59 seconds of it? Doesn't make any sense.
So we have reached out to Rockstar for comment,
Right.
but so far we have yet to hear back.
Right.
And the one interesting thing is, though, that they did put a claim on the video, but this is from Take-Two, not Rockstar.
Not Rockstar. Either way, it's GTA 5 footage, and they typically will claim those kinds of videos. So, Lawrence, why don't you wrap this one up? Because you wrote in there in the script, listen, guys.
We're pretty sure that Grand Theft Auto 5 is going to come out on the PC eventually, so just relax. Damn it, I got a frog in my throat as I was saying. Relax!
Relax.
Just relax. It's not a big deal. We're going to get it eventually. Just chill out until then. You're just making yourself a soft target for trolls like this if you work yourself out too hard.
That's true. Rockstar hasn't announced what it's working on right now. It's probably fair to think a sequel to Red Dead is in the works, and hopefully something original in the vein of LA Noire. And in addition, there probably is going to be a GTA 5 on PC. We just haven't seen it yet. That's
Also,
all.
we want Max Payne on next gen.
Oh, yeah.
That would be nice.
That'd be cool.
And then, GTA 5 on next gen. That'd be pretty sweet.
Rockstar's not your personal slave. You're aware of that, right? They have other concepts and video games they're making.
Back to work, slaves.
On your gamers with the right, bro.
Team.
Bill.
Ah, sick, a kicking game. It's like Dive Kick 3D, and you know that's gotta suck. Why kicking a game when you can kick an RL? Oh yeah, that must be kicking it old school. Oh, our PlayStation Vita game is bad. We made it on the worst system. Now let's cultivate that infection and spread it around. PC, bastion of not shit games, accept this plague. You won't be safe either, this game. It took them 11 years to develop this game, and the new audiences wouldn't be ready for such a maniac controversy. But finally, here it is. Going East, the game.
I went next door this morning to get a croissant and a coffee thing because I didn't have time to cook breakfast.
I was on a plane one time and a woman referred to it as a croissant.
Croissant?
Croissant. Yeah.
I once was like, hey, you guys want to get some macaroons? And then someone went, macaroons or macarons?
What? You're supposed to say macaron?
It's supposed to be S. S.
Waffle.
S.
All right, count us in. Let's just. Come on.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming for Wednesday. He only does this 52 times a year. And today on the show we're talking about Titanfall, an all-new game with robots and shooting.
Cool. What? Cool.
Yeah. Well, just a few days ago, Titanfall revealed that maps would only have a total of 12 players in a match, and lots of people are currently worried.
So originally it was 12v12 and now it's 6v6. It's now been confirmed that there will be 36 AI players to a map and 12 real ones, so a total of 48 things running around.
Interesting, with all this talk of people talking about what they want and what they don't want,
Yes.
we started thinking, hey, Titanfall, what we want! So first off, let's talk about the gameplay. Both Bruce and I have actually played the game,
Yes.
but only on one map.
That's true. Both of us really liked it a lot, but we are hoping for map variety. Maybe a map that's all indoors, so you don't have to use Titans at all, or one that's all outside, so you only use Titans.
Something that forces variety, I think that is what we're looking for.
Yeah, a lot of people are asking, like, is that even likely to only focus on the pilots or only focus on the Titans? I think it is. It probably is.
But really, when you're talking about a game like this, where you're just shooting other mans, just don't complicate the design.
Right.
Call of Duty has shown us that too much of a good thing can become a bad thing very, very quick.
So that means we have to keep the loadouts simple, and then keep the unlocks minor or cosmetic, and focus on keeping the core of the gameplay fun, which it was when we played it.
Who'd have thought fun keeps the game good?
That's kind of weird.
Here's a request from Lawrence. Why do you want mouse and keyboard support on an Xbox, Lawrence?
Well, it all comes down to like how quickly you can aim. I hate it when somebody gets behind me and kills me for free before I can even turn around and see him. If I had mouse support on a console, I could snap it around and get my sweet quick rail on.
But aren't you just gonna play it on PC?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, we want to see some warm-up periods, so why not use the dead time during matchmaking to give players a chance to run around the maps they're about to play, or maybe even like customize their loadouts, that kind of thing.
You're talking Quake talk.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be really great. Speaking of keeping things somewhat simple, we want the unlock of the weapons to be somewhat random, like Team Fortress 2,
Yes.
but still make the core of the weapons just as powerful.
Right.
Shouldn't really matter if you play 1 hour or 100. It's all about the core skill and the gameplay.
Yeah, you can still kill people just as easily. Doesn't matter if you're a noob or not. As you play, you can also collect customization parts for your army man and your army robot. You get different armor plates, decals, helmets, suits. Building robots is a lot of fun.
I want boots.
Yeah, you're gonna get them.
Speaking of doing cosmetic designs, it would be really cool in some future patch or DLC if they do something similar to Pacific Rim. If you saw that film this summer, sorry, last summer, what year is it? Who
I know
cares?
what you mean.
Yeah, we would like to see some updated Titans that reflect the respected countries. Examples like Japan having these Gundam-looking things.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
What would Ethiopia have, Lawrence?
A very poor man on a goat who's riding in, hitting his can with a stick, trying to tell people to run away.
Who wins? So obviously we've been talking a lot about the gameplay because that's really what we're most excited for, but what about the story?
There's very little, right?
I hope so, and that's the way we like it.
Yes.
So please, keep it light. Respawn Entertainment should know by now that people are buying shooters like Battlefield and Call of Duty for the online pretty much only, and they rarely even touch the single player except when their internet goes out.
That's true. If enough people show interest in the lore, maybe expand about it in Titanfall 2, but for now, let's just make sure the game is fun like they've been doing.
From a story perspective, we're pretty sure that the game takes place on Earth, but it would be nice to have a little bit more detail come out sooner than later.
Yeah, I would like to see. Lawrence and I were talking about that yesterday, and Lawrence was like, oh, I don't know what's happening. I don't understand why I have mechs and stuff like that. I said, does it matter? And I mean, I guess it does to some people. I'm not sure.
Lawrence, how does it make you feel when Bruce does the dumb impression of you?
It's actually pretty accurate, I'm not gonna lie. I am waiting for the Titanfall novel, and man, the
Yes.
impressions are gonna get crazy.
It's 3 pages long.
On to multiplayer. Since the game will be populated by AI, that got us thinking about Dotamex. Explain Dotamex.
Dotamex is basically a mix of a MOBA and a first-person shooter, sort of like Smite or Monday Night Combat, but instead you have mechs.
Okay.
So you can capture points on the map that would spawn an AI-controlled Titan, sort of like Domination, but cooler because we fucking love robots.
Okay, I see. We also need good party support. It's always aggravating to not be able to play with your friends. Battlelog has been trying with Battlefield, and it's kind of like iffy. COD apparently they've got it down to a science in COD, I think, so hopefully they'll be able to port that over.
It's like, oh, all of your friends are on the same server. Let's put James on China. Thanks.
Thanks, James.
Moving on next, we got Oculus Rift. Yes.
So really, honestly, Titanfall, we want it to succeed. We played it, we loved it, we thought it was great, we thought it was going to be the kind of the future of the first-person shooter. Respawn's the remnant of a bunch of talented ex-Infinity War devs who made the very awesome Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
Yes, which basically set the precedent for all modern shooters today. You can say how much the quality is diluted through the years, and if anyone's going to make it all fun again, it's these guys.
We agree.
So the game is actually coming out pretty soon. When is it? Like March?
That's when Dark Souls comes out.
Same day as Dark Souls. Yeah. But that's everything that we want. What did we miss? Please tell us what you guys want. Dotamex.
What do you want, Joel?
Microtransactions.
No, you don't.
Nobody wants those.
Mini pets.
On to your trailers, we got one, Assassin's Creed Liberation HD, Justice for All.
You played this game on your Vita, now you play it on your PC and many other places, maybe.
Are you going to? That's the correct answer. And then there's the Dark Souls 2 Cursed trailer.
Get a load of this story, maybe.
There's no... Lawrence, what's the story? Explain.
Okay, here we go. There's a guy in some water, and then there are dragons that are obviously evil, and then he falls in water again, and then there's a narrator who says,
1,000 years before the first age.
Well,
Kraken hides, the volcano erupts, and a dragon.
to another item. There's also a ring, and then a guy was wearing the ring.
This is
and his
exactly
name
what
was
the Dark Souls trailer
Brandy, but then
tells
Brandy's
us.
dungeon
Everything and nothing,
has another ring
all
in
at
it
once.
that is the evil.
Burst from the flames. We saw
We're
the
done.
old
Stop it!
guy.
I don't have a dead gap? Oh, no.
I don't think you're supposed to. I mean, if you have thighs, you shouldn't have a gap.
It's shoulder width.
Joel has a gap.
Shoulder width, Joel.
Joel has fantastic childbearing hips.
I do.
The jeans not fit over your ass?
I'm also a wet.
What was that?
Three
I don't
babies
know.
right now.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Thursday.
Thursday! We're almost done. Let's go.
Today on the show, we're talking about Steam machines and how they have been ranked by FutureMark.
All right, so this is how powerful they are from most to least, right, Lawrence? Is that what we're doing?
You can sort it any way you want.
All right, we're going to figure it out. FutureMark, developers of benchmarking software 3D Mark, and friends of mine, actually. They've been doing benchmarking software for years and years and years, and I've been using them to test computers for so long. Ranked the currently announced Steam machines by building Windows systems with similar specs.
Interesting. So as it goes with PC hardware, generally the more you spend, the better it performs.
Oh, that's weird.
That's typically with most things in life.
Yeah.
Cars, houses, prostitutes.
Prostitutes, it's true. The highest performing system is Origin PC's Chronos, but you gotta start saving money right now. It'll have 2 GeForce Titans in it, and they sell for $1,000 each.
That's just the card itself, not the actual box.
Man, so as you go down the list, the performance drops, obviously, but becomes much more affordable.
Yes, Webhallen's build. I've never even heard of Webhallen.
Neither have I.
Looks like they have a pretty good price to performance ratio, though. Hits the sweet spot at $1,500.
Oh, that's actually really good.
Yeah, it has a GTX 780 and an Intel i7, which is fantastic, and is more than enough to run every game out there on max settings.
Webhallen is Swedish, though, so the computer will be blonde?
It will.
Speak a lot of languages?
Don't
Don't do that ever again!
That's racist, even though they're not a race of people. Moving over to Material.net's PC, this one's looking like a pretty good contender since it is around the $1,000 mark.
And that's usually what most people want to spend for a gaming PC.
No, I want to spend just that on a graphics card.
Okay, well, either way.
Stupid.
Oddly, both computers come with a 1 terabyte solid state drive, which adds at least $500 to the cost.
Unnecessary.
That's kind of strange.
So there you go. That's pretty much the list that FutureMark put together.
Right.
They know their shit,
They
and
do.
we trust them. So as more of these things come out, I'm sure more will get rated. But the winner will hopefully be you.
I'm really excited about Steam machines. I think they're going to kind of change the face of the market over the next couple of years.
Just build your own, you pleb.
Well, you could do that too.
Whatever. Speaking of the Steam Box, though, Valve has added buttons to the Steam Machine controller.
Why?
Well, according to Steam's database, Valve will be overhauling their Steam Machine controller, kind of.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a change. Sure. They're removing the touch screen and putting 4 buttons in its place.
There's a quote from the database that says, Valve is keeping VR in mind while developing the controller.
Yeah, they actually debuted a new VR system that supposedly gives the Oculus Rift a run for its money, but they were in like a $10,000 weird setup, whereas the Oculus Rift is going to be like $200, $300,
Right,
very
yeah.
affordable. If you want a holodeck, contact Valve.
Ooh.
It's also R&D, so it's probably not coming out to consumers anytime soon.
Valve is also saying more changes are coming to the controller. We know a few people have gotten their hands on the controller, like Fwiz at CES, our friend
We
Fwiz.
actually, we have him on the line. We're going to get his quote real quick. Shoo, bro, the controls ain't so good.
So Fwiz didn't really like it.
To be the white knight over here, though, I
Yeah.
will defend it and say that the controller is very much in beta, and then what
Yes,
we're getting is a
yes.
very early look
Yes, that's true.
at what will definitely change the world because Gabe Newell can do no wrong.
Yes.
Please go out with me.
On to your trailers, there's 2 games I've never heard of. Number 1, Spellforce 2, Demons of the Past.
I like how he grunts a lot during the trailer.
If only.
Lawrence, what's this about?
What is he worried about? The shite can?
It's the Shaikan.
He's getting his shite can pushed in.
There's a lot of noises in the trailer that sound just like that.
Yeah.
And then, Lawrence, why don't you say this next trailer?
Oh, I already forgot.
Rob Smith, say it.
Hegemony.
Hegemony, that's the UK.
Hegemony Rome, the rise of Caesar.
That's probably the best way to say it.
Kazar.
And then there's Hegemony Rome. There's not a video game in this trailer either.
No.
Phil, what were you doing?
I'm rocking back and forth right now.
Woo!
It's a Thursday episode.
All right, guys, be funny.
Let me just turn it on. Hold on.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Hump at him.
Yeah.
Hump him.
No.
Let Daddy
not
find his
Wednesday.
on
Doesn't
switch.
matter. It's funny.
Not Wednesday.
I'm going to go buy a Ouya.
No, you're not.
I would have more fun. Let's see. Taking a $100 bill. What can I do with it? I can roll it up.
Wipe your butt with it.
Yeah.
You could
Stick it in some kind of hole. Any hole, really. Ant hole, ear hole.
go to the next news story.
Oh, yeah. Hey everyone, welcome back to again for Friday. Today on the show, we're talking about the top selling games of 2013 because it is no longer that year.
That's true. With 2013 finally in the grave, we can take a look at the best games that sold the best over the whole entire year, according to the NPD group. They are very reliable.
In no particular order, here they come.
That's not true. This is actually number 10.
Number 10 is an order that we chose. It's Disney Infinity. This shipped on so many consoles. And who does not like playing with toys, especially ones that you can't really play with in real life? Daddy, get me Jack Skellington.
Me?
Sure, son. I miss my mom too. Your mom, who?
Number 9. This is Minecraft. It's only on the Xbox 360, and this is the retail version, the $20 release of the game. It doesn't even include the XBLA version.
Correct.
That's crazy.
Or even the PC one that made bajillions of dollars.
Insane.
People still like playing with blogs.
Well,
Moving on over to number 8, it's Just Dance 2014, a game that came out in 2013. That's how they do it with sports.
why don't you read the Lady Gaga lyrics, please?
Doot, nin, just dance,
Uh-huh.
gonna be okay. No, just dance.
That's good.
Some of us find Lady Gaga attractive.
Number 7, the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 won. Black Ops 2 still in the top 10.
How you do that? 360 no scopes equals YouTube money.
Black Ops 2.
Moving back over to sports,
What?
the dance game, remember? That was a sport. Look, cheerleading can be a sport.
All right, sure. Fuck it.
NBA 2K14, that one game that looked really good in all the trailers. Phil Collins sang in all those songs,
Uh-huh.
and it had beautiful men with beads of sweat.
Number 5, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
Yay!
Every platform ever. Pirates.
Fine by me.
Yar.
Easily my favorite of the series, of the entire franchise.
great game.
I want more pirates.
It's a really great game.
Moving on to number 4, speaking of sports games, it's Battlefield 4,
Isn't a sports game.
which once again shipped on everything except for the 3DS and the Ouya.
Number 3, Madden NFL 25. This copy of Madden sold so well because EA found a way to bring Madden 2025 back to 2013.
Once again, the graphics look so good
Time travel.
because of...
Time travel.
We're just making up words now.
Traveling.
Number 2 on the list, getting pretty close to number 1. Surprise. Against all wishes, it was Call of Duty Ghosts.
This is the story of a man named John Ghost.
John Ghosts
and
somehow
his dog
became the
Ryan.
best-selling next-gen game.
to fight the evil evil Chinese, North Korean, Nazi terrorists.
I think you just fight people with space satellites. Look, everyone wanted this game to fail. Everyone in the comments are like, Call of Duty's dead, it's over.
No,
Guess
it's
what?
not even close.
Joe America will buy the shit out of this game because, I don't know, you see Lone Survivor?
Yep.
America.
Yeah! That's right, British.
Thanks for the freedom, Dad.
Number 1, GTA 5. No surprises here, the game made $1 billion within the first 3 days of release. The real question is, how much more will it actually sell if it goes to PC, Xbox One, PS4, and even Wii U?
Well, at least 4 copies, because that's how math works.
That is very true. It will sell 4 more copies.
So there you go. Those are all the best-selling games of 2013. Keep in mind, most of these are actually parts of big franchises and not a lot of original titles. So next time you bitch about why do we get sequels every year?
That's why.
Because it prints money. So next year, we look forward to seeing Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Assassin's Creed 5, more football, basketball, and all the same dribble we get every year.
What do you think the new Call of Duty will be called?
Ghost 3, Black Ops 5.
What do you think?
Undercover.
Phil?
Black Ops 3.
Joel?
Laser time.
Call of Duty Laser Time, that's what it is. On to your trailers, The Deception 4 Blood Ties teaser trailer.
We've got a lot of
This is stupid.
boobs. Let's go to boobs. More boobs.
You like the other trailer.
Moving on, we got the Octodad trailer.
let's just show Octodad.
It's a dad
Octodad's way better.
who's an octopus. He's very derpy. He can barely put a bow tie on, but he's got a heart of gold. Do
No, it's
octopi have
Yeah, it's an octopus.
hearts?
Nope.
Oh, they're just gelatin.
On the outside.
Yeah, they're exo hearts, yeah.
Hey guys, yesterday we falsely reported that some of the Steam boxes would ship with a 1 terabyte solid state drive when in fact it was a hybrid SSD. Boo! And you know whose fault that was? Lawrence. We've already asked Lawrence, pack up your stuff. You're fired. Pack up your bags. So long, Lawrence.
Go escort him out.
We'll be back next week.
Go on.
A lot of people in this office just got genuinely worried.
Oh,
don't step on
They're like, they can do that now? What?
All right, that's great.
Okay.
We're done.
Good job, Woody.
Yeah, Woody's the new Lawrence.
I got it here, guys.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming News for Tuesday.
Oh, it's Tuesday! Thank God it's on Monday. Let's do this.
So, the original start for today, we want to talk about Nintendo's next console, which is apparently titled Fusion.
I hope it's the Wii U Me.
Said nobody.
NintendoNews.com reports that Nintendo's next console might be codenamed Fusion and that it's already in development.
Holy crap, I'm so excited. Take my money. Wait, let's talk more about it. So this isn't a huge surprise given that the Wii U right now is selling pretty terribly.
Yeah, we knew that.
And they cite one of their very reputable sources in reporting that the next console will couple their mobile and home gaming platforms.
Right, hence the name Fusion. So they're going to sell us a handheld and a console together.
Finally!
That's kind of cool.
The info trail starts with NintendoFusion.com, which was a domain that was originally purchased in 2003 based on a touring rock festival called the Nintendo Fusion Tour a decade ago.
Lawrence, did you attend that rock tour?
No, but I probably would have if I had the opportunity.
What kind of bands played it?
I'm looking that up right now. Oh, here we go. Evanescence, Cold, Revis, Revis, Finger 11, and Cauterize.
This is real? I thought
Yeah.
you were just making that
No,
up.
this is really a tour. Evanescence headline.
What the fuck? This is so stupid.
Wake me up inside. However, the record was updated late last night, meaning that either Nintendo is just keeping a hold of all their registered domains, or they want to dust the name off for future use.
More tellingly, though, early specs of the console and the handheld have been leaked ahead of time.
Oh, cool.
The home console is titled Fusion Terminal.
Sure.
It'll have a 8-core IBM custom CPU running at 2.2 gigahertz.
There's also an additional tri-core co-CPU running at 1.24 gigahertz that actually might be used to handle communications with the handheld device or just offload physics processing, stuff like that. So there's 2 CPUs in this thing.
Crazy. And the GPU is an AMD Radeon HD RX 200 series rated at 4.6 teraflops.
Ooh.
How many teraflops does the PS4 do?
1.84.
Holy shit!
Wow, so this is extremely powerful. Equivalent hardware today costs $400. And actually, this video card came out late last year. So if Nintendo releases this in the next couple of years, it'll still not be out of date. It'll still be current.
Yeah. Most tellingly, though, the console will have a coax in and a cable card slot, meaning that this console is a straight-up TiVo.
What?
And possibly traveling from the year 1985 to today.
So it might actually be your DVR, the Fusion.
That's Microsoft talk. You shut your mouth.
So let's move on to the handheld. The handheld specs called the Fusion DS also sound very impressive. Go ahead, take it
Right,
away.
the CPU on this one is an ARM V8 A Cortex A53.
Nailed it. You nailed it.
Holy shit. Which is apparently one of the fastest chips in smartphones used today.
That's true. It will have 2 touchscreens, capacitive this time as opposed to the garbage resistive on the 3DS, and the resolution's 960 by 640.
Right, that's actually kind of a weird display ratio, which would be 1 to 1.5.
I mean, it's not out of the ordinary for Nintendo. Nintendo likes to do weird stuff with their handhelds.
I think at that point it's kind of a weird angle and possibly has some slopes.
Lawrence, why are there will finally be 2 circle pads, both with rumble motors? Why is that cool?
Well, for the 3DS, you had to buy that add-on to get the second analog pad.
The boat!
Which, yeah, the stupid stick boat. It made your 3DS look like it belonged, like it rode on the short bus. But this is cool because it's integrated into the system, so game developers can actually use it, and there'll be force feedback. They actually mentioned that it'll have low-level rumble settings for like app notifications. So if you're just walking around and you street pass with somebody, your 3DS might give you a little jiggle.
Other goodies as well, there's a 3G chip with GPS, so you can take it out on the go.
It's a phone, yeah.
I'll have mini USB port, which is a lot better than the proprietary one that Nintendo has right now.
Yeah.
Also the standard SD card slot and a 3DS card slot for backwards compatibility.
Whoa, that's cool. So you can play 3DS games on your Fusion.
That's what they're saying.
So, what do we think about all this, Lawrence?
Well, they're very realistic specs, but the thing that keeps getting me is they're like too good. This is exactly the console that gamers would want.
Yeah.
Nintendo, if they do anything, they never give gamers exactly what they want. Too good to be true, up and down.
There's one thing Nintendo's been really good at this generation, has been letting us down.
So maybe they'll not let us down this time, right, guys?
Hey, they do it all the time.
Well, it might be cool.
Sure, they kind of, here's something, then they just knock it out of the park.
Yeah, so we'll see.
This could be the knockout. But the real question is, when will this thing actually be revealed?
This year, E3 2014.
Maybe.
No, everyone's saying no.
Oh, look, if Nintendo's in panic mode right now, we might actually get the official announcement sometime in 2015.
Fuck.
Possibly around E3. That's
Right.
if they even want to stay in the console race.
So far, they're not in it.
No, not at all. They are trailing behind once again on that short bus.
Right.
However, though, if they do have a long-term plan, chances are we'll see it in 2016.
Fuck!
So we're getting the info
Come on!
early.
2014.
They still got to sell those Wii U's, man.
So we actually asked Nintendo for a comment, and they said, for the record, Nintendo does not comment on rumor or speculation.
If they call it the Super Wii, I'm good to go.
Super Wii U me. What would you call it?
They call it the US, the Wii US.
Wii Us?
The Wii Us.
The Wii U Us?
Wii Us.
Wii with 2 U's
Wii
and 2
Us.
I's? What about you, Phil? What would you call it?
Super Wii U.
Awesome. Thanks. Ty.
Nubu.
Nubu. Come on, Zane! We've been listening to us talk for 15 minutes.
Joel?
I know, seriously. Lawrence, what would you call it?
I'd call it the, man, remember when Nintendo was cool?
What's a teraflop?
No one knows.
On your gamer list this week, brought to you by Bro
Team!
Bro!
Look, we talked about this game last week. You kick. But that's not all. There's a living economy in this game, too. Different towns got their own markets. You buy and sell kick, you affect the marketplaces in various regions. Gentlemen, behold. Pure fucking commerce. But fuck that. Here's the tits. Pretty sexy, right? There's a girl there. Don't get too excited, asshole. This is what the game's actually like. Blah, 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 wizards and shit. Cool. Fuck you.
Moving on to your one and only trailer today, we got the Arma 3 Adapt trailer.
This is the single-player campaign trailer.
I don't know who's adapting to what, but it might just be a lot of crawling on the ground and things blowing up.
It's very realistic. Did you watch it, James?
I didn't have to.
Why?
Because I just took a shit in a toilet and I looked at that and then I was like, oh, Arma 3.
I would call it just the Nintendo.
The Nintendo.
Well, here's the thing. No, I know. It was called the Nintendo Entertainment Console, and everyone said, hey, let's go play Nintendo.
Oh, always, yeah.
That's how it always was.
Here's a bold new effort. Right. Call it the PlayStation.
But
No one's using it. No
PlayStation
one's
5.
using it.
No, they call it the PlayStation 5. That's what they do. We beat Sony.
Yeah,
PlayStation 64.
Everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming for Wednesday.
Hey,
Hello,
all right.
hi. Yay.
All right, so the full disclosure, Machinima is our parent company. Inside Gaming reports on all gaming news stories, regardless of content.
So let's get to the news story. Machinima paid YouTubers for Xbox One mentions, yes or no? Over the weekend, Ars Technica reported on a thread that originated from NeoGAF that Machinima was conducting a promotion with Microsoft where their YouTube partners would get an extra $3 per 1,000 views if they included 30 seconds of footage of Xbox One games, mention the Xbox One, and tag a video XB1M13.
So there's also a leaked copy of the legal agreement between Partners and Machinima that said partners were not allowed to say anything negative or disparaging about Machinima, Xbox One, or any of its games, which is relatively normal for an advertisement. You don't really normally say bad things about the stuff you're advertising in any industry.
Partners were also supposed to keep the details of their agreement with Machinima confidential in order to qualify for the payment, but the wording caused some confusion.
Right.
Partners should have been told to make it clear that they were promoting the Xbox One in their videos while still keeping the details of their agreement confidential.
For some reason, that part was left out of the contract. Our team is looking into what happened with this particular contract.
As the news started to get picked up, Machinima and Microsoft then issued the statement. And I say, I quote, "This partnership between Machinima and Microsoft was a typical marketing partnership to promote Xbox One. The Xbox team does not review any specific content or provide feedback on content. Any confidentiality provisions, terms, or other guidelines are standard documents provided by Machinima. For clarity, confidentiality relates to the agreements themselves, not the existence of the promotion."
Right, Machinima then responded further, taking responsibility for the error, and explained that all participants will be asked to include the standard language moving forward. They then apologized for any confusion this had caused.
In retrospect, though, this isn't the first time something like this has happened. This happens all the time in movies, television, music, radio, and YouTube, you name it.
Right.
Just today, NeoGAF found out that EA paid for next generation mentions for YouTube partners as well, through a program called Ronku.
Right, so this EA contract thing. Contracts leaked on NeoGAF showing a similar promotional campaign EA conducted, paying YouTubers for positive mentions of EA products like Battlefield 4, Plants vs. Zombies 2, and sports titles like Madden, FIFA, and NHL.
The details of the mentions are pretty specific too. For instance, the Battlefield 4 promo asked for videos that specifically show game's levolution moments, and naturally the videos could not focus on any glitches in the game.
Of course, EA issued the following statement about this. Through EA's Ronku program, some fans are compensated for the YouTube videos they create and share about our games, a company spokesman confirms. The program requires that participants comply with FTC guidelines and identify when content is sponsored. User-generated videos are a valuable and unique aspect of how gamers share their experiences playing the games they love, and one that EA supports.
So we're not trying to distract you guys or point fingers at anyone else. We're just trying to show you that this is the way things are, and it's more common than you might think.
Right. Lawrence, what did we learn?
We learned that it's called product placement, and that's how the world works. Paying directly for your content, somebody has to, and it's going to be an advertisement.
Right, so I mean, have you ever seen all those sweet GM cars in Transformers, or maybe the Mountain Dew bot?
I closed my eyes, the movie was horrible.
What about that really nice Hyundai car they drive in The Walking Dead?
Yeah, sure, yeah, there's no scratch marks, there's plenty of gas during the zombie apocalypse.
Right, so before you buy into someone's opinion that is not an editorial outlet, take a second to consider where their opinion is coming from.
So why should you listen to us, Inside Gaming?
Correct.
We're owned by the big Machinima, and clearly we're influenced by these sort of campaigns, right?
A lot of people are asking that question.
In fact, no. So first of all, we are not paid any more or less based on the content we make. We are an editorial outlet and not a Machinima partner.
And we are very explicit about sponsors we have on the show. So we have a sponsor card in front of our show. It says, you know, this episode is sponsored by Jeep Patriot, things like that.
And that really affects our coverage of the Jeep Patriot. Coming in 2000, who cares?
No, it doesn't.
Shut up! Here at Inside Gaming and Machinima, we're salaried, so no matter what we say about any product, we still get the same paycheck.
Right, so there's a huge difference between being an editorial outlet like Inside Gaming and being simple entertainment like YouTube videos. We still have to make content that's popular, but we understand we have a professional obligation to be straight with you guys, the viewer, and that's what we try to do every single day.
You can't even drive straight. If we're not, you're probably gonna go watch someone else, and our goal is to keep you here and keep you informed.
Right.
Thank you for watching.
Hump!
No, not
Please!
This is serious! We are an editorial outlet.
Joel.
Can you add one? I'm sorry to interrupt right here, and I know I wasn't here for the writing. Can you add one bullet point that says when our show is sponsored, we specifically say Inside Gaming, today's episode of Inside Gaming is sponsored.
Sure, I could have totally done that after the part I was reading where you interrupted me. Thanks. But it's fine. It's Joel time. How was jury duty?
Tension's running high.
Jury duty was pretty good today.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Gaming Dev for Thursday.
So a lot of people asked that I should hump because I didn't hump yesterday because it was a serious issue. So I'm just gonna hump.
Retroactive humping!
That's so much better.
I feel my eye twitching. Your first server today, can you upgrade your Steam machine?
Maybe.
Story's over. See you guys tomorrow. So today, Alienware issued a word of caution regarding the Steam Machine that they plan on releasing later this year. Speaking to trusted reviews, Alienware General Manager Frank Azor said there will be no customization options. You can't really update it.
Uh-oh. So, well, that's not uncommon for pre-built PCs, especially if the form factor has been condensed, like it has in Alienware's Steam Machine. So if you've ever peeked inside a Dell, you can see that's a mess in there. But there's brackets, clamps, ties. They hold all the parts in place. It's actually hard to move things in and out, like if you wanted to remove a hard drive, something like that.
Later, Azor clarified his comment to Eurogamer, stating that upgrading is not impossible,
Okay, good.
but significantly more complicated than that of a typical PC.
Right.
He says, quote, considering we've purposely designed the Alienware Steam Machine to be smaller than the latest generation of consoles, upgrading the internal components will not be as easy as compared to other platforms, such as the Alienware X51 or the X52, or many of our other items out there. He didn't say any of that. But we will not prevent a customer from upgrading.
Right, so actually Azor then recommended other Alienware computers that you could buy and upgrade a little easier because they're larger and have more space, which is hilarious.
Prize.
I know. While this is to be expected from pre-built PCs, it does kind of raise an interesting point. You can do anything you want with a Steam Machine once you have it. It might have to be loaded up with some software you don't want, sort of like a Dell.
Right, so we've been thinking here, this could end up being a lot like Android, where you have different distributions of an open platform. Sure, so you can do anything what you want with the hardware, but there's going to be some really crappy apps on there. There's bloatware, all these stupid things that you don't want unless you get the stock system.
And you usually can't delete those apps, so it's not on Android.
Well, typically you have to root it and go through all this process, and we might be seeing the beginnings of that right now in these first iterations of the Steam machines.
Lawrence, what would that be called?
It's called the Alienware Zone.
Lawrence, what do you do there?
You see all the movies that paid them to be in the Alienware Zone. You see all the music.
You get probed in the Alienware Zone.
In the Alienware Zone.
It's just copies of Independence Day and
Close Encounters.
Close Encounters. What's another?
What's the one with Charlie Sheen where he goes
Fire
to
in the
Mexico?
Sky. There we go. That's a good movie.
The Arrival is another one.
The
out there.
Arrival.
The Third Kind.
What was the one? The Martians, like teenagers from Mars or Martians?
Species. Yeah.
Get all these movies today with your X51 and the Alienware Zone.
So the bottom line is, if you buy a Steam machine, you'll probably have to mess with it a bit to get exactly how you want it, just as you would any normal computer.
And this is typically going to happen with your trade-off is basically you're paying a lower price for something that does not have Windows, is a very tight form factor, but we've been dealing with this for years with custom PCs and laptops. So we're going to be seeing a lot more of this moving forward, but hopefully you can, put a chainsaw on it or something.
Yeah. On to your trailers, we got the Elder Scrolls Online voice cast reveal.
Blah, 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 don't care, don't care,
Is
don't
there
care.
any gameplay in this?
Nope. Kate Beckinsale!
Kate Beckinsale! All right, let's go to Kate Beckinsale. Let's just watch Kate Beckinsale. But there's Bill Nye.
No, these are all great
Back
British
to Kate
people.
Beckinsale. No,
yes.
no, let's go back to Kate Beckinsale. What about, Yoda? Gandalf is? Dumbledore.
He was the mayor of the School of Rock from the Harry Potter movie.
Back to Kate Beckinsale.
Yes. He doesn't have to say words. Actually, I would do bad things to Malcolm McDowell.
Also, you know what's bullshit? Is the fact that you guys played a turn on our sim game over Martin Luther King weekend when I did, and then I was like, on Monday, I was like, oh, I should probably install Giant Multiplayer Robot. And it had been like 15 or 18 hours since the last turn, and now even though my last turn was like a minute between when it was submitted and now, it's still, I'm still the person taking the longest amount of time to do it. Yeah.
I thought Lawrence
We play a Civilization
Lawrence was here yesterday and he didn't play
Wait,
it.
is Martin Luther King a character in Civilization?
Yeah, he's a great person.
So is Ibn Battuta.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Instagram for Friday. Your first start today is The Lord of the Rings ripping off Assassin's Creed.
It's a very real possibility.
Let's get into it.
All right, yesterday a gameplay walkthrough for Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor came out, and you may have thought, well, damn, that really does look like Assassin's Creed or Batman Arkham City or whatever.
There were many video games.
It looks like one of those games, I'm not sure.
Anyway, Charles Randall, former Ubisoft game developer, thought the exact same thing. He took to Twitter to be very fair and balanced about the whole thing.
No, he didn't.
Here are some more of his, more of the humble quotes. Check it out, guys. Apparently, I made a Middle-earth game.
And then he said, I know I don't have any legal rights to what I did on Assassin's Creed 2, but I sure hope I get a special thanks on that Middle-earth game.
Seriously, can someone tell me how Assassin's Creed 2 code and assets are in Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor game?
Boy, he's really working on his stand-up.
What's the deal?
What's the deal with
It's
Shadow of
very quick
Mordor? There's no one that said, I can't find info about Ubisoft licensing their AC2 code/assets to external companies. Someone in journalism needs to get digging on this. Fire up that journalism, Lawrence. Get in there.
Lawrence, how long have you been in journalism?
Since high school, I won 3rd place at state competition for an editorial I wrote about chicken nuggets.
Furthermore, Randall's anger then turned towards browsers that go back when you hit backspace.
Boy, he's angry about a lot of stuff, isn't he?
As of now, Randall has no proof that Shadow of Mordor has taken code from Assassin's Creed 2. We've actually reached out to Warner Brothers and Ubisoft, but of course, no one has responded.
Right. So aside from this guy just noticing that things copy other things, this brings up an interesting point. Are there too many copycat games out there?
Right, it's the same old problem. Publishers are gun shy about sinking millions of dollars into an unproven game type or franchise.
Yeah.
Instead, let's make an Assassin's Creed game with a different skin because we know it'll sell, especially with the Lord of the Rings name attached to it.
Right, or you can, make a new COD because those always sell bazillions. It's one of those things that people obviously know established IPs always make more money. So instead of doing that, let's develop more indie titles and stick it to the man!
Right.
Yeah!
Yeah,
Oh.
games like Fortress Craft
No.
and Guncraft.
Those are copies.
Craft gun.
Craft Gun, new game, gun shoot. So our question to you, dear viewer, is: does it bother you when you see a game that looks like a copy of another game, or are you okay with it?
Right, or are you more likely to buy a game because it looks like your favorite franchise? It looks like something you've seen before, something like Call of Duty, Battlefield, Madden, maybe even a mix of all those. You just shoot a football at people.
Or do you really care at all? I mean, does anybody care if there's a copy of another game that you're like, oh, I really like this game, I might like this game? Does that bother you?
Well, at the end of the day, it's probably Warner Brothers marketing department going, we don't give a shit because we need to make some money.
Right.
And to James's point, game looks fun.
It does look fun. It looks really cool.
You're like, what are you, like a half of a ring wraith and you can hop around and you kill orcs and their faces move good? That's cool.
No, you have magical power. You have special powers because your family was killed and then you were resurrected by the
You have
spirit.
magical powers because your family was killed?
So if I kill my family, I'll get superpowers.
Only if the spirit of vengeance resurrects you, then you can get wraith power.
And every time you play the game, it's different. There are different, generated characters. It looks kind of rad.
Regardless, we are in the trailer section now, so I'm glad you guys are describing the trailer for Shadow of Mordor.
I just have one problem.
Yes.
One problem.
Yes.
That he goes from rooftop to rooftop across a wire, but it's literally the exact same wire that they use in every Assassin's Creed game.
True.
Alpha build.
True.
It's an alpha build.
And they're gonna change it. They're gonna
it's
change
funny
it.
how that game looks as a pre-alpha and how DayZ looks as a pre-alpha. Because one's an actual game.
Moving on to the trailers, got the Amazing Spider-Man 2, the moot. Nope, it's the game. Fuck.
Cool.
I have a question.
What?
Wasn't there an Amazing Spider-Man game that
Yes.
took place after the Amazing Spider-Man movie
Yes.
that featured the Rhino as an antagonist,
Yes.
but the Rhino
Yes.
was like a genetically altered Rhino?
Sure.
He wasn't a Rhino and a robot. How does this game resolve the questions I have from that?
Why does a person whose shirt says genius at work spend his whole day at home watching children's cartoons?
You're not supposed to have fun with video games. You're supposed to look at graphics.
It's about artistic integrity,
Yeah.
not fun.
It's not fun.
No, it's about
James.
sales.
And butthole pleasures. It's always
Butthole pleasures.
So it's always at the end of the PowerPoint at most presentations. Like, sales are up, numbers are good, ratings are in, and butthole pleasure
It's way high.
way high, coming right in. If you can get up here.
All right, here I come.
No, what?
Here we go.
No,
Well, he
that's
said
not what I
get up.
said.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Game Daily from Monday.
It's Monday! Oh, yes, let's do it.
And your first news story today, Microsoft has bought themselves some Gears of War.
Whoa, they did it!
All by themselves.
Microsoft announced today that they've acquired all the rights to Gears of War from Epic Games. That includes all past and future games, merch, media, the whole deal.
But what about the exclusive? No one cares.
Doesn't matter.
Black Tusk Studios will now be developing the series, led by former Epic Games Director of Production, Rod Ferguson, who was formerly at 2K working on BioShock Infinite.
Right, so why would Microsoft buy this, and why would Epic Games even sell it?
Well, first of all, I can tell you it's all about the exclusives, baby, and Microsoft's got Killer Instinct and Halo.
Yeah! Sure, there's two people. All right.
Yes, they need something. But Microsoft's motivations are pretty straightforward when you look at it.
Yep.
The Gears of War series is synonymous with the Xbox, and Microsoft is
course.
hungry for system exclusives, like
Yes.
I said earlier,
Yeah.
for their shiny new system.
Right. Epic Games is kind of a more interesting story as to why they would sell this. There are no substantial reasons offered in their announcement, so all we can offer is speculation. We haven't seen much from Fortnite lately, and Epic Games hasn't announced any other projects. Is it possible they're scaling back game development to just focus on the Unreal Engine 4?
Which is a little scary because they do have a lot of fun franchises.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
if game development is going away from Epic, that's kind of sad.
That'd be kinda
Also, remember, Cliff Bleszinski, also known as Cliffy B, left Epic Games back in October 2012.
That's right.
He was the lead designer on Gears of War, so it's possible that the drive for the series pretty much left when he did.
I think a lot of people actually speculated on that before when he left, and this might be another nail in the coffin.
But how will we make the buff men kill the aliens from the ground?
I'm not sure. So Cliff actually issued a statement on this story today saying directly, I'm not going to move to Vancouver and work on it. I'm not going to consult on it. So I don't think he's going to have any part in the next Gears of War.
He might, though.
I don't think so.
No, he won't.
He just said he wouldn't.
So this brings up the ultimate question, though, for everyone here in the room and you watching.
Yes.
Does anyone care?
Let's go around the room. Zane.
No.
Joel.
Definitely not.
Ty.
Nope.
Phil.
Nope.
James.
It's like buying the corpse of a hot girl.
Lawrence. Rob Smith.
Not until they show something.
And Adam.
I want to see what Unreal 4 looks like on new tech.
But you don't care about Gears of War.
No.
I think Microsoft might be too late to the party on this one.
You think so?
I think so.
Someone's excited about this there.
True, somebody is. They spent
I
a
mean,
lot
look,
of money on
I
it.
have a couple concerns too, like story-wise. Are we going to just see a reenactment of Gears of War Judgment?
Right.
Are we going to just do away with all the past characters? I mean, look, we're coming off the hot heels of characters like Marcus Phoenix,
And?
Coltrane,
And?
Baird.
Those are, I don't remember who those people are.
These are manly names.
They
and
are?
what the, I mean, like, first, how are we going to replace it with?
So, well, let's find out. Actually, we've got a bunch of character names for the next Gears of War. It's called Gears of War 4, War of the Guns and Chainsaws and Killing Stuff. And we got some character ideas for Cliffy B in case he wants to come back.
First up, it's Guy Beefneck.
That's good. Lawrence, why don't you take the next one?
Roy Bice Curl.
Well, that one's good. Buck Deep Dips.
Pump Action Fist.
What about Dick Hardvein?
Yeah, he's the brother of Pump Action Fist.
Yep.
But his cousin is Chest Deadlift.
James, what about this one?
Rodney Grabass.
That's too gay. Man Dude Kick.
Burl Pit Hair.
Lawrence, take the next one.
Clint Van Steel.
Oh, that one's pretty good. What about Garth Pounder?
Can you take this next one, Rob Smith?
I mean, Chaz Thigh Quads.
Oh, wow. I like the way you Jazz Diquads.
In case none of these characters work, I think the ultimate Hail Mary is Rex Woman.
When you run out of names, we came up with Lifted Truck Steve and Truck Nuts Brian. Those are going to be good characters. In Gears
They're
of War
going to
4.
somehow implement a Ford F-150 in there.
Oh, you bet. It's sponsored
Cast
by
of thousands in this game.
Yeah, it's going to be really good. All right, on to your trailers. We got one. The Earth Defense Force 2025 Call the EDF trailer.
Yeah, speaking of Gears of War, they even used their font. Good
That's
job,
Good
guys.
for them. Phil, why is this trailer cool?
Because it's EDF.
There we go. That was the answer I was looking for because it's not cool.
Phil likes it,
I
and
know,
that's
he
how
loves
excited
it.
he was.
He fucking loves this.
Yes.
Why is it cool?
You fight aliens. Or not aliens, I'm sorry, insects. Bugs.
Are you more interested in this game than Gears of War?
Yes.
Sad.
James, you're in this too. Ty,
Lawrence, hug us.
Zane. Guys,
Why is there a microphone in my face?
guys,
Michael Stan.
we're gonna have a good week this week.
I don't like being this close to you.
Come on. Smiles.
What did they do at the beginning of every episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
I kissed.
No, they did something. A
They
sword
did.
fight. Da, da, na, 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 na.
Did
Jump on it! Jump on it! Jump on it!
Copyright
Go
strike.
behind the camera.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the second episode of Tuesday. And your first concern for today is Left 4 Dead 3 coming out because these screenshots came out.
Oh, let's hold on a second. Come on. NeoGAF user Crazy Buttocks on a Train leaked what looks like a presentation from Valve showing off the Source 2.0 engine.
Interesting. In this presentation, there appears to be a Left 4 Dead 2 level design in Source 2. So does this imply that Left 4 Dead 3 is coming?
All right, so way back in August, we reported on leaked images of some Valve projects practically confirming that Left 4 Dead 3 exists. So we're pretty sure Valve right now is working on that game.
Of course, but does that make the slideshow actual Left 4 Dead 3 proof? Not really. We're pretty skeptical here. If anything, this points to a re-release of Left 4 Dead 2 on the Source 2.0 engine.
Right, because recall they did this for the original Half-Life and Counter-Strike. Once they developed Source, the Source engine, they re-released those games running on that engine as Half-Life Source and Counter-Strike Source.
Exactamundo!
All right, Lawrence, what's our theory on Left 4 Dead 3 and Left 4 Dead 2 and all that other stuff?
We think that Valve will re-release Left 4 Dead 2 on Source 2 just to promote an upcoming new game that will be on Source 2.
Ricochet 2!
Ricochet 2. Source 2.
Definitely Ricochet 2.
Okay, what is it? What's the actual game?
Well, there's no telling, really. I mean, we'd like it to be Half-Life 3. It might be Left 4 Dead 3, but we really have no idea what they're working on besides Dota 2, and hopefully it's not that.
Isn't Dota 2 making them like a bunch of stupid money in China?
Yes.
Okay.
Damn it. So they're never going to make Half-Life 3.
They don't need to. Fuck. Just more Dota updates.
So here's top 5 other things this presentation could be rather than Left 4 Dead 3 proof.
Number 1, a tech demo, just to show people outside of Valve how radical the Source 2 engine is.
This could also be Portal 3.
Most likely.
Yep.
It could just be a real-life screenshot. This is what it's going to look like next year.
You mean actual real life? Like they took a picture of
I haven't been outside in 2 weeks, so I have no idea.
This could also be pranks with a Z. Pranks.
Yeah, because things on the internet are always true.
Yeah, that's true.
But we think the number one thing of what it actually is, it's a Left 4 Dead 2 re-release.
That's right, of Source 2 engine. So it'll be a tech demo to show everybody how amazing the Source 2 engine is, and then after that, boom, Half-Life 3. They hit us real hard.
I have to ask around here, who doesn't own Left 4 Dead 2 at this point?
Me.
Okay, so just Joel, and that...
5 cents in a Steam sale.
Shut up, Lawrence!
Buy Left 4 Dead 2!
I work for Machinima. I don't have 5 cents.
You have 10 cents.
On your game of this week, budget vote!
Ding!
No!
The first thing you gotta know about video games is even this can be one. A girl inside a cartoon. And you know what? She doesn't want to GF you either. Are you glad you gave this game your millions? See? Look at this. She's just talking about how she feels. This is what the feminists want. But let's talk about what real men do. They get together. They fight. A real man ain't afraid to fight you in the desert with magic whenever he feels like it. Yeah, look, you're getting pretty pumped, bro. You're getting pretty sexy. Yeah? How about some more man shit? Guns, fool. Heard of them? Well, they know you. They got your name written on them. So shoot them, Matt, guys. This is the only game in the fucking earth that lets you shoot. So what are you gonna do, scumbag? Pick up your firearm and shoot it at a guy. Check this out, the actual best game. Cephalopod Todd. Know what he does? I don't. Fuck this game. And our final showcase of the day is once again women. They're back to make sure you heard what they said. Oh, what's wrong? Well, if you don't know, then why should I tell you? Just take this, all these murders. Get out, get out.
Moving on to trailers today, first up we got the Bioshock Infinite Burial at Sea, Episode 2. Warning, spoilers, so don't watch it. It is pretty damn good.
This trailer's really good.
Booker's in a chair, Booker's on the floor. Where is Booker not?
Wait, so who are we playing as?
Elizabeth. We knew that from a while ago.
Yeah, that's right.
Not Booker.
And there's also the Sly Cooper official movie trailer. Remember that? Everybody's asking for the Sly Cooper movie, and
Yeah,
they
like
made it.
10 years
They
ago.
finally made it.
Yeah.
What's this Sly Cooper about, Lord?
So the story revolves around a furry who lives with his mom and is hallucinating in his bedroom while having sex with a Care Bear.
Joseph Cooper.
Yeah.
The Care Bear?
DB Cooper? Oh, that's why they call him
Joseph
Sly
Cooper
Cooper.
is the name of the main character of Sly Cooper.
Yeah.
Because he keeps his masturbations on the DL, so they call him Sly
Sly Cooper.
Inside Gaming is full of burly men with hair on their chests.
This is all I have, honestly. It's like pubic hair.
Bruce makes up for both of you, us.
Yeah, for everyone, it turns out, in the world.
No, you got some good stuff.
Oh, wow, Joel.
I've been working
Have you
out.
ever gone to the beach with Bruce? No. You should go to the beach with Bruce.
Why?
Because then you get to put sunscreen on his back. Because if he's already been messing around in the sun or when you have to reapply later,
sweaty.
it's always me, by the way.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the second game for Wednesday.
Tell them what they see.
He's
Tell them what
helping
it
down
is.
there.
Tell them what's happening.
It's a caterpillar.
Tell them what's happening.
He's doing the floor. He's helping the floor.
I think I'm getting hard.
Your first start for today, how are we going to fix Nintendo, everybody?
There's a lot of news right now that says Nintendo's kind of on the downswing.
That's not good because we're huge Nintendo fans here and we grew up with it and it's like a parent that's in trouble and we want to help them out.
So let's go to the first news story. Nintendo execs take a pay cut. Nintendo president and CEO Satoru Iwata is taking a 50% pay cut over the next 5 months because of the disappointing sales results of the Wii U.
Along with that, renowned developer Shigeru Miyamoto is also taking a 30% cut, while the rest of the company's directors are each taking a 20% cut as well.
Ooh, geez, so that's a direct result of how the Wii U did not sell. So here's the next story. Nintendo lost $15 million in their third quarter recently.
Nintendo predicted that they'd sell 2.8 million Wii U's and 19 million software units, but right now they're sitting at 2.4 million Wii U sold and 15.96 million software units.
Right, so they did not hit their goals for the third quarter, and in turn, they are in the red. But what about all those DSs they keep selling? The original 3DS has shipped around 40 million units.
Is that a good number, Lawrence?
Well, it's all relative, right?
Relative to what?
Yeah, relative to what?
If it's relative to the original 3DS, it's actually not so good.
Oh, really?
So it's good for a hardware platform, but the original DS to date has sold over 150 million units.
That's unbelievable.
So comparatively, it's not doing so well.
Damn.
Obviously, also the 3DS XL has some of the highest rated games like Zelda, Animal Crossing, Pokemon X and Y. There's even third-party games like Persona. So I mean, like, we know that platform does well, but Nintendo's still in the red.
Yeah, and it, like Lawrence just said, it's not selling as well as the previous one. This is exactly what the Wii U is not doing what the Wii did before it. But the really, really good news is Nintendo has a lot of good stuff coming out this year. Mario Kart 8, Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze looks like a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
And a new Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS and the Wii U. Though we don't have an exact date on that yet, but the sooner that comes out, the better.
Right, Mario Kart's always a huge, huge seller. It's frequently in the top 10 sellers for the year, even a year or two after release. So.
Of course, yeah, you got that staying power. Donkey Kong Country, big fan. Anyone from like Super Nintendo days?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
amazing.
why not? Yeah.
He still got it.
Yeah, it's gonna have Cranky Kong. I don't know if that's really a selling point.
It's not.
Apparently, Reggie was really pissed that it got leaked before the no one cares.
No one cares about Cranky Kong.
But at the end of the day, the big problem still is Nintendo's not making the money it should be. So how do we fix Nintendo?
Yes, Lawrence, I know you're not necessarily agreeing with this, but how do we fix it?
Put Mario on phones. Oh wait, it already is, and nobody cares.
No, it's not already on phones.
Or can be if you want it to be.
You just played it on your phone.
Can't prove that. I'll go to jail.
First of all, we think Nintendo should become straight software, kind of like Sega did after the Dreamcast. Put Mario on the Xbox and the PlayStation, maybe Zelda on the PS4. That would blow everybody's mind.
Yeah, and I mean, I know the Nintendo fans, like myself, you look at that and it hurts your brain. You're like, that does not compute. You can't do that.
Right.
But we're talking about the means justifying the ends.
Yes.
We don't want Microsoft to buy Zelda.
No,
we
no,
want
no,
Nintendo
not at
to
all.
own it and keep making those games.
Yeah.
And if they have to put it on other platforms, do it better than Sega did before them, and don't just run, Sonic into the ground.
And like Lawrence said, rumors circulated yesterday from a report by Nikkei saying that Nintendo was planning to distribute demos and free minigames via mobile, though they've actually denied that. They denied, don't clap, they denied that. But I think, here's the thing, stop being lame, Nintendo. If you put Mario Kart, Pokemon on my phone, maybe even give us a sweet mobile controller to go with it, I would love you forever, and you would make bazillions of dollars literally overnight. They'd make it overnight. I think they'd be in the black right away.
And this is not saying that they have to completely shift
No.
what they're doing now from one thing to the other. Just play around with it. What games would be good on a mobile phone that Nintendo owns, Lawrence?
Pokemon.
Okay, Pokemon.
So let's put Pokemon on phone.
Just put Pokemon on my fucking phone and the kids will stop whining.
Now, Lawrence is very passionate about this subject, so Lawrence, I want to give you a chance to sort of rebut what we just talked about. So go ahead, Lawrence.
Okay, so my problem is you can't really play very precise, like fast-paced games on a phone.
True.
Despite what people say.
Yeah.
So like Fire Emblem and Pokemon would work well, but Super Mario Brothers and platformer would not work. The only games that work on a phone are like the perpetual running games like Rayman Jungle Run or Temple Run or all that bullshit. And that's been done to death already. Nobody's asking for another one of those. Nintendo MO is we're going to make new hardware that changes how you interact with your game and then make a game based on that. So you had the like analog stick on the N64, you had the motion controls on the Wii. I'm not saying it's good, but when they revisit their franchises, they always add something new for you to experience it. And if they just put it on a phone, there's going to be nothing new there. Same with the PlayStation 4. If you put Zelda on the PS4, it's just going to be Darksiders, and we've already played that.
All right, so our question to you, the viewer, is Lawrence correct? Do you not want Nintendo to go to their platforms, to go to phones, or would you rather kind of stick with me and Adam? Either way, it's up to you, because Nintendo's going to have to start making some changes, because right now they're in the red and they're losing money fast.
And to be fair, no one owns a tablet or a smartphone. There's like 15 in this room right now.
On to your trailers, we got The Elder Scrolls Online, the Arrival trailer. It's the second part to that cinematic trailer you saw last year. Joel was reading the story earlier. So Joel, give us the story of the trailer. Have you watched it?
No, but I can guarantee that the game will play exactly like what you're seeing before you.
That's not true. That's not true.
The Daedric Prince Molag Bal is taking advantage of the instability in Tamriel to pull the country into his realm of Cold Harbor.
And?
He's sending dark anchors into Tamriel, and the Fighters Guild has taken it upon themselves to remove the anchor's scourge from the
Do you know what he's talking about?
How many boars do I have to kill?
12!
Okay.
Bring their pelts to the Lord High Blacksmith in Doubtful!
So get ready for that. That's coming out soon.
Hope you like Grindfest 2014, kids.
And on your downloads, this one's a special mention because you can get the Chronicle of Dorcas, aka Chaser, for $4.
Now, keep in mind,
$4.
this game came out within 5 years ago.
Plus, you get 7 other games that nobody cares about.
Sure.
There's one called Air Buccaneers.
Just play Chaser,
We're
and
gonna play Air Buccaneers.
I hope your guy glitches through the wall too. We're going to Zanker today?
It's up to him.
I'm willing to move on to the camera.
There you go. So no.
That's like every day you're going to look at the camera. What's up with you two?
We're a couple.
We rub our butts together.
Are you enjoying your Zanku too? I am.
I am. It's really
Can you
good.
smell the garlic?
Ew. We should still go to Zanku.
5, 4.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the second inning for Freddy. Start for today. Can you trade in your PS3 to get some Microsoft money? Because Microsoft's telling you to do that for $100 whole.
You certainly can. According to NeoGaf and actually our very own James Willems,
I did it!
an email from Microsoft has been going around saying that you should ditch your PS3 and get $100 of store credit towards Xbox One.
Right. We weren't exactly too sure about this when it came through because the wording is just so bad.
Yeah, it really is bad.
We're like, what 14-year-old approved this ad copy? Ditch your PS3 and you who talks like this.
That's real. It's real. That's a
I
real
do.
thing.
I talk like
That's
that.
true.
Regardless, we verified it with Microsoft and we got the email. It's real. This is a real thing.
The offer is totally real. You can actually find it yourself by going to MicrosoftStore.com and looking at your local store. Odds are the offer will be listed right there.
Right. The promotion is actually extremely similar to what GameStop does for their trade-in offers here in the United of all states. You'll actually get $100 of store credit towards the purchase of an Xbox One when you trade in a fully working PlayStation 3, Xbox 360S model, or the 360E. That's the one that looks like an Xbox One that everyone forgot about after E3.
I didn't even remember what it was.
It's a piece of plastic that plays video games.
The offer mentions that you have to buy an Xbox One when you trade in to receive maximum trade-in value. So if you, for example, if you traded in a PS3 and bought something else from the Microsoft Store, I don't think they'd give you $100 toward it. Obviously,
Yes, but based on this ad, I see monster trucks flailing off of ramps as the word maximum trade-in value is said. Also, you get a tattoo on your forehead.
Plus, apparently, Lawrence said the ad copy on Microsoft Store is full of incomplete sentences. Lawrence, be our grammarian. Tell him what's wrong.
Well, it's pretty obvious. They wrote it like it was a stage performance. Welcome to a new generation of games and entertainment, period. Where games push the boundaries of realism, that's not a sentence, period. And television obeys your every command, period, that's also not a sentence. We're listening to fake news,
Then it just turns into nonsense at that point.
Cool.
So we have a question for all the tweens working at Microsoft right now. How did you get your job?
I mean, they must have, like, did they just hire people, like, just out of college? They're like, oh, ditch your PS3. Kids love using the word ditch.
Speaking of tweens, though, there was a funny fake response that went out from Sony that said, yo, keep the cash, buy a PS4, and
You can
said,
save $100. Ha ha ha.
we did some digging and found that Nintendo had a response.
Really? Wow.
Informing you that $100 could buy you some stock and they would really like you to just buy a Wii U.
Oh, that makes sense. Oh, you know what's weird? Also, right after that, Sega Dreamcast came out of the woodwork and they said, it was weird, ditch all your modern bullshit. Apparently $100 will turn you into a hipster.
And you can buy every Dreamcast game ever made. Out of nowhere, Valve out of the gate with the classiest of responses. Thank you.
That makes a lot of sense.
Gabe, this whole story's a joke.
We did it!
On your trailers, there's only one, and for some reason it's a Phil's pick.
Yes!
No, what? Do your Phil's pick.
Woo!
There we go. That's much better.
Can we combine the two into one kind of weird sound?
Yes, we can.
Yes!
This is called Crimes and Punishments. This is the Sherlock's Holmes. Why are there so many S's in this? So dumb.
Mystery.
Hey Phil, does this game have a walrus in it?
No.
Not interested.
Perfect. We're done.
You know why there's so much Sherlock bullshit right now?
Why?
Because it's free.
Oh.
It's in public domain. Anyone can do anything with Sherlock
That's why
Holmes.
it's so
We
crappy.
can collectively write a Sherlock Holmes novel and sell it.
Yeah!
The erotic tales of Sherlock Holmes
The erotic tales?
and the mystery of the vulva.